Okay, this video is not going to have high quality audio like the rest of them because I just wanted to make this really quickly, but I'm responding directly to Think Club right now. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Think Club. Okay, so I responded to, okay, so Think Club's been posting a couple of videos recently. This is actually just how I found him. I've only watched these three. Maybe there's actually more of them, I don't know. But these Sam Harris versus Jordan Peterson, he's like getting permission from the organization that, and stuff. Okay, you'll see the video, I'll link them in the description. Anyway, I responded with a comment, and I said to the latest one, I think it's the latest one, like 19 hours ago, so, and I responded to it and I said, like, basically I just said, religion being useful doesn't make it true. And I also said that we can do it better now. Okay, so what did I say exactly? Let's just read what I said exactly. We know how religion encourages social behavior and how it is helpful. We are fully capable of achieving those same benefits without sacrificing truth. The usefulness of religion does not help it, or does not in any way make it true or correct. And he responded, citation needed. So then I responded with a little bit of evidence. Obviously I didn't write an essay or anything, but I just pointed out like the Nordic countries, which are on paper quite religious because a lot of them belong to a church, but they, like in surveys, they're always like, religion's just like a small part of my life. So the point is that those countries are doing very well, and they're not very religious, so there's a little bit of evidence of like, here's an example of somewhere that is not very religious and it's working fine. In fact, it's working a lot better than most other places in the world. Anyway, what I thought about, and I've been thinking about this more lately because for some reason just lately I've been seeing a lot of Jordan Peterson popping up in my feed, and his idea of truth, which I don't quite agree with, but I think it's very worth considering, and I want to consider it, because I think I fall somewhere between Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson on the idea of truth, and I think Jordan Peterson, especially in regards to religion, has more of an idea of truth, where if something's useful, it's true. And my moral basis, which I will get into a lot more detail on later, kind of does that. It kind of does that. It's less saying that usefulness makes something true, and it's more saying that I say that usefulness means that it's worth considering as true in order to inform action. Now, in the case of religion, I think we have better tools today than we did before, just like we do in basically everything. We have better medicine than we did before, we have better food than we did before, etc., etc. We have better plumbing than we did before. Like pretty much everything about operating a good society is better now than it was thousands of years ago. Now, religion can give us a lot of information about the human condition, about human nature, and it can certainly show us some social evolution, and so it's very useful to us as information, but it's not useful to us as dogma, I don't think. So I think that we can look at that and use it just as we would use any other piece of history, and take that knowledge into account, but only use it as a supplement to our better current understandings of people and how we can make life better. Now, of course, this is all based on the presupposition that humans actually mean something, that life actually has meaning. So it's on the presupposition that nihilism is not true. And I think that nihilism is true. In fact, I'm pretty confident that it is true, but I cannot be certain of that. I cannot be certain of that. And so in this uncertainty lies the effective meaning of life. And that's the key here, is that it's not, I'm not actually saying that because these things are useful to us in order to make us happier, or in order to make our societies function better, because whether it's our current methods or old methods, or old methods giving us information to inform our current methods, whatever that is, just because it's useful to improving our condition doesn't actually make it true, but we should kind of pretend that it makes it true in order to inform our actions. But I think it's being dishonest to actually try to say that it does actually make it true. Because I don't think that's true. Not to use the word true too much, but yeah, kind of to use the word true a lot. So yeah, just a few thoughts there. I don't know if Think Club's going to see this, but hopefully, because I'm kind of responding to him more directly than anything else. But I will get into more like stuff about morality, and I'm currently working on like writing it up as an essay so that I have it really solidly. But the idea is pretty much complete, and it's just essentially it's an assumptive syllogism, I guess you could call it, where it's a syllogism, but you have to add "we should assume that" in front of each one, and then to inform our actions after each one. Then you get the syllogism, and then you can like get essentially a framework for effectively objective morality. And it actually ends in pretty much the same conclusion that Sam Harris does. I think the place where I lie between Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris on is kind of I guess the value of those texts, and that I think that we should kind of I don't think that we should pretend that religions are true in order to inform our actions, but I think that taking them into account as history and using them to inform ourselves is very valuable. So they're valuable. That doesn't make them true, etc., etc. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching.